Neighbors say they knew something was wrong this morning when they heard gunshots. Now a former police officer is charged with attempted murder.
A former restaurant along the Kentucky River burns to the ground overnight. Why investigators believe someone intentionally set the building on fire.
We are trekking a fantastic Thursday out there for you. Anybody headed to Commonwealth Stadium, perfect weather there. But some changes will be coming late tonight and into the weekend. I'll take a closer look coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam Dick and Amber Philpott reporting. A former police officer is behind bars this afternoon after an overnight standoff in Madison County.
Police were called out to Raven Drive north of Berea about 3 this morning for a man barricaded in his home. Several shots were exchanged during the standoff. Harold Hill was finally arrested just after 9. He's charged with attempted murder of a police officer. WKYT's Victor Puente has the latest on the situation. It's our top story at 4:30.
Police have cleared Raven Drive, but the effects of this morning's standoff are still very visible, not only in the busted-in door at the home behind me, but also in the bullet holes found in the vehicles at the other end of the street. State police say they were called around 3 this morning when 58-year-old Harold Hill got into a fight with his son and shots were fired. They say his wife, son, and grandson were able to leave the home, but when police arrived, Hill fired several shots at them. That started a standoff that lasted almost 7 hours. Police say eventually Hill came out onto the porch and gave himself up. He was tased and taken into custody. The front door of his home was rammed in during the standoff, and down the street a neighbor's RV and truck were both struck by a bullet. Hill served as a Berea police officer from the mid-'80s to 2004. His neighbors say he's a good man. They can't imagine what led to this, although police say alcohol was involved.
I am very relieved that it's all over, but most of all, more than anything, Victor, I am very, very glad that no one was hurt. The boy was not hurt. I'm sure he's going to have some rough days ahead of him to sort all this out because, I mean, he's only 16 years old.
Hill is in the Madison County Detention Center. He's charged with 2 counts of attempted murder of a police officer. In Madison County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Hill also worked at the Madison County Sheriff's Office for several years after retiring from the Berea Police Force. We are continuing to track a serious blast of weekend cold air that is heading towards our area.
But right now, ideal weather for a Thursday night football game. Who would have thought? Let's check in now with meteorologist Jim Caldwell. Are you taking credit for this?
Absolutely. You better believe it, my friend. It is fantastic out there for football fans and fans of just fair weather, because that's what we have out there right now. The daily breakdown. Let's reveal some of the things going on here. Our temps, of course, I focus on the negative first. Temps are set to tumble, though, and that's going to happen overnight and into the day tomorrow. We're looking at a frosty weekend as well. Not only are we talking frost potential, though, but we are also thinking that maybe a good hard freeze could come creeping into the area. But here is the best part. I'm finally not being negative Nancy over here. It will not last forever. That's right. Mild air will build back into the area as we go into next week. Here we've got Defender tracking a whole lot of nothing across central and eastern Kentucky. Our forecast for you this evening. Mostly clear around 7 o'clock. We're still in the mid-60s at that point. And then we get into the nighttime period and the clouds start to increase. And the reason they're increasing at that point is we're starting to see that frontal boundary press in on the area. So with it coming, the clouds associated with it and the moisture, because we could run into a stray shower overnight, will increase as well. And watch out for it to be a little on the breezy side as well as we go into the overnight, which is kind of unusual, but overnight and into the first part of the day tomorrow. That big chill is coming, though, and I will track it into our area hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
Jim, thank you. The man responsible for killing a Pike County deputy could be released from jail soon, but the deputy's widow is trying to see that it doesn't happen. Police arrested David Wayne Childers in January of 2012 after he hit Deputy James Thacker head-on while intoxicated. Childers pled guilty to manslaughter charges and received 20 years in prison. He's now eligible for parole. Thacker's widow has started a petition hoping to keep Childers behind bars.
And I feel like if I sit back and let David Childers get parole and not try to do something about it, then I'm doing something wrong.
Kathy Thacker hopes to have 1,000 signatures before Childers' parole hearing in November.
Investigators are still trying to figure out what caused an overnight fire that destroyed an old Central Kentucky business. Bananas on the River in Clark County, which had been closed for at least 8 years, caught fire overnight and burned to the ground. Over the years, the sheriff says there have been numerous break-ins at the abandoned restaurant.
Over the years, just kept us close to check on it as we could. The buildings had gotten in pretty rough shape. Really, it was just a nuisance and out of the way.
The Clark County Sheriff says the old restaurant has not had electricity for years. Investigators are considering it a case of arson. Police worked a serious crash during rush hour traffic in Lexington this morning. It happened just before 7 this morning on Richmond Road at Squires Road. The two-vehicle crash flipped a van on its roof. We do not know if anyone was seriously hurt. Eastern Kentucky University public safety officers are discussing options for additional security cameras on campus. This comes after a death threat was found on a bathroom wall more than a week ago, and that prompted classes to be canceled for much of last week. Students went back to campus yesterday. A former Kentucky FBI agent says the school handled the threat appropriately.
In terms of protocol, it's going to be incumbent upon every institution to re-examine, to look at their security measures and see if there can be some kind of protocol.
Tonight on WKYT News at 6, we'll hear from EKU Security about where they think they need to improve. Amber's at the live desk now with our investigative reporter Miranda Combs with more on what she's working on for the story tonight at 6. Amber?
Sam, thank you. You know, this was really scary for so many students, so many parents. You just got back from talking to the director of security at EKU. And what did he say in regards to moving forward now?
He actually said they currently have a request for proposals out to look at upgrading their security system. Now, they have security cameras, they have the blue phones, they have the student notification system. So by no means do we mean that they don't have a good security system, but they feel like with this threat happening, it's a good time to look at their system and to probably do some upgrades.
Sure. So when this happened, there were cameras in the Powell building where that threat was found.
Right, but there weren't any cameras near that hallway where that bathroom was. Now, they also wanted to point out, though, that they are still talking to people. The FBI is involved. State police is very involved in this investigation, so it's definitely not over by any means.
And to take it a step further, you actually looked at UK's security and what they do here.
Just to get a different perspective, now, several years ago, they spent $6 million on upgrading their security system. They have 3,000 cameras around campus, and their point is, if you come onto our campus, then we're going to have an image of you somewhere. So it's some information that EKU will also take as they move forward with this.
Surely. A very timely story, Miranda. Thank you. That story coming up tonight at 6. Sam? International air travelers are hoping to get back on track today after big delays last night at some of the nation's busiest airports.
Chris Van Cleve is at Washington's Dulles Airport with more on what happened.
The system airlines and customs officers use to check your name against a list of suspected terrorists went down Wednesday night. Department of Homeland Security officials blamed a problem with a router for causing the 90-minute outage, resulting in long lines at some of the nation's major airports, including Miami, Charlotte, and Dallas.
They told me that the computer system was down and that we needed to fill out some forms, old school style, and so I filled out the form and everything was all set. After that, it was quick and easy.
At Boston's Logan Airport,
they said there was a nationwide computer glitch and we all had to wait.
Those long lines led to paperwork.
They finally just, let everyone fill out a form and get through.
This outage comes just days after a computer glitch delayed hundreds of Southwest Airlines flights. This summer, United Airlines had to ground all flights for a time when a router issue left the airline struggling to send flight plans to pilots. Customs and Border Protection officials said last night the agency experienced a temporary outage with its processing systems, and officers processed international travelers using alternative procedures. The system came back online around 9:30 last night. Customs officials tell CBS News there's no signs this issue was malicious. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Washington Dulles Airport.
One passenger at New York City's JFK Airport said the scene there was crazy, with people swearing and waiting for hours. A local big country music act from right here in Kentucky playing at the stadium tonight to help get that crowd pumped up for the game.
Kentucky natives Montgomery Gentry are playing a free concert outside the stadium, and our Deanne Stevens is out and about with the details. Hi, Deanne.
Good afternoon, guys. We are here at Commonwealth Stadium a Thursday night, and look who we found. Eddie Montgomery, Troy Lee Gentry, Montgomery Gentry playing tonight here at Commonwealth Stadium. Welcome home, fellas.
Oh, man, this is awesome. I mean, it's unreal, unbelievable. I hear already, man, the traffic's just unreal. It's unbelievable.
It's
yeah,
very exciting, I'm sure, for you guys to play on the stage, the UK stage. It's very cool what they're doing and bringing these different groups in. But I'm telling you, I heard from the UK folks, no one has had people out waiting in line like you all have.
Well, this is awesome. You know, this is our hometown. You know, I went to school here many moons ago, and other than a couple of games back when I was in school, this is only the second or third game we've been back to since I've been away from home. So it's great to not only be able to come back and play the event, but also get to go in and watch our Wildcats throw down today against Auburn.
You're going to watch them win that game tonight, aren't we?
We're going to watch the first half here, and the other half's going to have to be on the bus. We got it going down to Mississippi tonight.
Got to get back on the road. You all are also playing with little Marlena Van Hoos. I know you've seen her singing the national anthem everywhere. She's so excited. A special song with her today.
My town, baby, and it's you know, we can't wait. We're just going to stand back and let her sing.
When you guys
it's
play,
our town today.
It is your all's town, and when you play that song, how does it feel when you hear everybody else singing it?
And it feels great. You know, every town we go to, everybody's got a My Town. But what makes that song so special for us is not only being back home singing it, but, you know, we did the video downtown right at Triangle Park. So each time when we're on the road playing that on stage, wherever we may be, there's always memories of shooting that video downtown Triangle Park.
Well, and we also played it 1,850 million times on WKYT because that was like our song, our town. Dean's agreeing. Okay, let's give it a little My Town. You ready? This is My Town.
Na 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 na.
All right, we're going to let them get to the stage, and how about a big Go Cats?
Go Big Blue, baby. Let's go Cats.
C-A-T-S, Cats, Cats, Cats.
Oh, yeah.
Montgomery Gentry about to take the stage here at Commonwealth Stadium. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Go Cats.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
So jealous.
Who needs cheerleaders? Let those guys take over. All right. Well, on a more somber, sad note, authorities at a Las Vegas hospital are not commenting right now on the condition of former L.A. Laker Lamar Odom.
He was found unconscious Tuesday in a brothel, but Jesse Jackson, who visited Odom yesterday, says he is showing some signs of responsiveness. At his bedside have been his childhood friends, Kobe Bryant, and Odom's estranged wife, reality TV star Khloe Kardashian. She filed for divorce in 2013.
I noticed something different about traffic this afternoon. Just more people, different traffic patterns. You could tell something big was going on today.
Yeah, just a little something, like a game tonight. And Jim Caldwell, this is a great night to be out tailgating, sitting in that football game.
Yeah, I know.
Aren't you going?
Rubbing it in, right?
I'm kind of upset about it that I'm here, you know, but it is what it is. We are talking about a fantastic evening for that or for anybody else doing anything, period, out there. You have perfect weather for it. Right now we are running in the low 70s. We're up to 71 in Lexington, Frankfort, 70 in Richmond, and the best part of it, we're still dealing with clear skies throughout most of the area. We will go through some changes. We'll first of all look at 7 o'clock on Friday morning because I want to get past the good stuff and into what's coming. We've got some bad stuff coming, some chilly stuff during the daytime hours on Friday. We're only around 61 degrees for highs on Friday after a front passes through tonight and brings the chill to the air. Saturday morning, here comes your first frost chance with temperatures hovering in the mid-30s. And by first, I mean area-wide, a solid chance. As we cross over into Sunday, it gets even worse, maybe even a good hard freeze possible on Sunday morning. So that's some pretty chilly stuff coming your way. And as they mentioned, it is pretty active out there with the ball game going on. Let's get an update on traffic with Officer Don.
Flying over Nicholasville Road, and I can tell you the backup right now starts at about Southland toward Commonwealth Stadium. That's not too bad. Waller Avenue, however, different story. It's solid traffic from South Broadway into the stadium, about a 30-minute delay we're working on at the moment. Tate's Creek, about a 15 to 20-minute delay making the left turn onto Alumni. So things are starting to really pick up and slow down. Keeneland traffic this afternoon, that's no better. In and outbound for Sells Road, 15 to 20-minute delays in that area at Man o' War. The officers working the button there. Now back to the studio.
To become a WKYT Live driver and download the Waze app, go to WKYT.com. Under the News tab, click on Traffic for more information. A pricey picture of an outlaw, a bear in a school, and 2 news anchors pranked. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Okay, love this story. California collector says he paid $2 for this picture. He found out it's actually worth $5 million. This picture turned out to be the second known picture ever of Western outlaw Billy the Kid. It dates back to 1878. I think that's Billy on the left there, playing croquet along with several members of his gang, the Regulators. Randy Guerrero says he bought the picture as a last-minute decision. Kagan's, the company handling the sale of the picture, has appraised its value at $5 million. The only other known Billy the Kid picture sold for $2.3 million in 2011.
Well, the halls of a Montana high school were bare when an actual bear walked right in. Police say the bear got in through an open garage door. Students were told to go into their classrooms. The bear was not caught, but instead ushered into a field north of the high school.
Okay, get ready for this, Amber. Omaha, Nebraska TV anchors Mary Nelson and Mike Giagiacomo had a big surprise during their show last week. They were interviewing an animal handler on the left there who had brought in a skunk, and something went wrong. So what happened was the skunk didn't actually spray the anchor. Instead, the handler had a strategically placed water gun and squirted it across. Now, I would have been out of that set. I would have been gone in seconds as soon as I thought, look, well, he doesn't waste much time, but she just, oh my goodness.
I'm guessing that guy won't be a guest back on the show again, you think?
I think not. All right, he
All
pranked
right,
him.
yeah.
Not going to happen to us.
Yeah, no. No animals here. All right, now stick with us. Here's what's coming your way now at 5 o'clock.